Roger Ebert had an uncanny eye for cinematic greatness. In 1997, when most American audiences barely knew Russell Crowe's name, Ebert singled him out in his review of LA Confidential as a breakout talent destined for stardom. Nearly 3 decades later, that prediction has aged like fine wine, as Crowe has since become one of the most recognizable and respected actors of his generation. At the time of LA Confidential's release, Crowe was still considered a relative unknown outside Australia and New Zealand. His intense performance as Bud White, a brutal but morally driven LAPD officer in 1950s Los Angeles, was enough to earn him widespread acclaim and catch the attention of critics like Ebert, who praised his raw screen presence and powerful emotional range. Russell Crowe, Ebert wrote, moves convincingly into a star-making role. And indeed, it was this role that opened the floodgates for Crowe's Hollywood ascent. Directed by Curtis Hanson and based on James Ellroy's dense crime novel, LA Confidential is a gripping neo-noir that blends police corruption, Hollywood glamour, and brutal violence into a darkly mesmerizing narrative. Set against the backdrop of 1953 Los Angeles, the film follows 3 vastly different detectives: Crowe's hot-headed Bud White, Guy Pearce's by-the-book Edmund Exley, and Kevin Spacey's celebrity-chasing Jack Vincennes, as they attempt to uncover the truth behind a mass shooting at the Night Owl Cafe. As the story unfolds, the line between justice and corruption blurs, creating a tense and stylish crime thriller that quickly became one of the most acclaimed films of the decade. Crowe's performance as White is visceral and unforgettable. Driven by his trauma and sense of justice, he walks a fine line between being a brute and a protector. Ebert noted the depth Crowe brought to a character who, in lesser hands, could have been one-dimensional. Crowe's chemistry with co-stars like Kim Basinger, who won an Oscar for her role as Lynn Bracken, added emotional weight to a film already bursting with noir tension. While Kevin Spacey and Kim Basinger were already Hollywood names, and Guy Pearce was another talented Australian actor stepping into the spotlight, it was Crowe who most clearly stood at the edge of a major career leap. And that leap came quickly. Within a few years, he had leading roles in Gladiator, 2000, A Beautiful Mind, 2001, Master and Commander, 2003, and Cinderella Man, 2005, films that cemented his global star status and earned him multiple Oscar nominations, including a Best Actor win for Gladiator. LA Confidential was not just a stepping stone for Crowe, but a modern classic in its own right. Its sharp screenplay, crafted by Brian Helgeland and Hanson, streamlined Ellroy's intricate novel without sacrificing its complexity. While the book spans 8 years, the film compresses its events into a tighter timeline, focusing more on character development and thematic tension than on exhaustive subplots. Though a few of Ellroy's darker plotlines were omitted, the essence of the story remained intact. There were even early talks of a sequel set in the 1970s with both Crowe and Pearce returning, but the project ultimately dissolved. Tragically, the idea was revived again years later with Chadwick Boseman in line for a major role, but his untimely passing brought the project to a quiet end. In retrospect, LA Confidential serves as both a brilliant standalone film and a launching pad for Russell Crowe's Hollywood journey. Roger Ebert, always ahead of the curve, recognized what many viewers came to appreciate in the years that followed, that Crowe's performance wasn't just strong, it was the arrival of a major new talent. Ebert's praise for the film extended beyond Crowe. He applauded the ensemble cast, Hanson's direction, and the film's ability to honor classic noir while reinventing it for a modern audience. Calling it seductive and beautiful, cynical and twisted, Ebert crowned LA Confidential one of the best films of the year. He wasn't alone, and he wasn't wrong. Today, with a near-perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes and a legacy of influence in crime cinema, LA Confidential continues to stand tall. And Russell Crowe? He fulfilled the promise Ebert saw so clearly, one great performance at a time.